This Malayalam film almost felt like Tenet. Not the plot wise, the time shenanigans, nothing like that, but how complicated it is. Which, just like Tenet, you understand what's going on while you're watching it, but when you're done with it and someone asks you what really happened, suddenly your mind goes blank. Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we're talking about the latest Malayalam film Mirage by Jeetu Joseph. If you notice a different place, that's because I'm not home. I'm in Hyderabad where I saw the film. And it's hard to watch a film with subtitles in Hyderabad because the booking apps nowhere tells you if the film is playing with subtitles or not. You have to wish yourself good luck, go there, sit and wait for the subtitles to appear. If they do, great. If not, now I've already referenced Tenet, but another reference I can give for this film is that it's a mix of an Abbas Pastan thriller with twists and turns and a Priyadarshan chaotic comedy, which gives you a complicated film which gets chaotic by the end. I would say this is the most commercial Jeetu Joseph film. There are actually 4 big set pieces in the film. 3 of them are big action set pieces and they are actually well done. You can see the scale in the film, and that actually gives this film a remake potential because it has all the elements for a big hero to deliver. Now this is a thriller film and there are various ways to tell a thriller film. There are ones where they keep all the cards very close to them. One by one, slowly they reveal things, and at the end you get the full picture. The other way is that you reveal everything at the start and you see the characters trying to figure it out, but they'll just keep one big surprise by the end. And then there are films which misdirect the audience. It makes you think the film is about this, but by the end we find out it's something else altogether. And as an audience, you were just thrown off. Now Mirage is actually all of this, and sometimes it's predictable and sometimes it just takes a hard left turn. Now, having seen just few films of Jeetu Joseph, there's one thing consistent in his films, that we as audience have an emotional connect with the protagonist, and through that character we explore the mystery. We are rooting for them. You can take the example of Drishyam. We are following George Kutti. We are with him even when he's doing the wrong thing, but for the right reason. We have an emotional connect with him. Same thing goes for Memory. We have connection with Prithviraj's character, even with Kuman starring Asif Ali. But with this film, that link is missing because there are just too many characters to focus on, and that's why you don't really build any connection to any character, even with the exposition of the backstory. And because of that, none of the characters really stand out. Their motivations are very unclear. I don't want to get to the spoiler territory, so there are few things I cannot say because it will give out some spoiler, but this is a major issue. And because there are so many characters, the film has to take time to set it all up and you feel exhausted. The film is very dialogue heavy and it stands out more for a person who has to read the subtitles, which are by the way done well. And just like the previous Jeetu Joseph films, there's a lack of style, or I would say he has his own style, which is keeping everything very minimal. There will be few interesting shots he will do, but that's it. It's quite basic. And because of the lack of a visual style, the affairs become very boring. And I feel because of that, more twists and turns are added, so the audiences are hooked. They don't lose interest. Now with the runtime of 2 or 30 minutes, the film is quite long. I think the screenplay drags a lot and it is inefficient. The things the film is trying to convey with 5 different scenes, it can actually be conveyed with just 2. And that would have actually cut down the film by 20 minutes. Also, with everything that's happening, you never actually feel the stakes of a real world, even when everything shown is very real. Now credit where it's due, the technology shown in the film is very accurate. Small things like using WhatsApp, using GPay, putting the phone on airplane mode, and these things are actually utilized in the plot really well. I even found the dialogues very witty at moments. It was quite a packed theater and the audience were responding to them. And here I would say the humor of the film is very tricky because there are moments where it feels intentional and the audiences are laughing, and there are moments it felt like it was not intentional and the scene just became funny and the audience is laughing at the film, not with the film. You get my point? Like, we are not laughing because something funny has happened, but the absurdity of that moment is making you laugh. Now with the action, they didn't hold back at all, especially a fight between a man and a woman. Aparna Balamurali, oh my god, the amount of time she got beaten up in this film, that too very brutally. It was literally hard to watch. And I guess that's also because we're not used to that. She really takes some hefty blows and even gives some back. Now with all the twists and turns, the way the film comes to an end, it kind of reminded me of that meme of Rider Provider, where there's a girlfriend and boyfriend and the girlfriend offers something to eat or drink to the boyfriend and he passes out, and then we see she was with some other guy and they planned this to get this guy out, and then they start walking, and then we see the boyfriend is actually fine because he had already seen them plotting this and he knew about it, and then he walks in style. Remember this meme? And then there was a meme about this meme where this keeps happening, where after this the girlfriend gives the other guy something, he passes out and she goes with the first boyfriend, and then we see they had already plotted it, and then the boyfriend gives something to the girlfriend passes out, and then we see the the boyfriend and the other boy were together, and that keeps going on and on and on, and that's what the plot of this film is like. There was definitely potential in the confusion they were trying to create, and we get a glimpse of it, but it just needed better execution. Like with the amount of coincidences that happen in this film, they just go next level. And then they bring the flashbacks and backstories to make sense of everything, which just doesn't make it better. Like there is a very complicated plot laid out, it's a spider's web, and there are multiple players, multiple things are happening affecting each other. But the problem is it all just feels very hollow. I was actually wondering about the casting choice for this film, because we saw Asif Ali and Aparna Balamurali together in a film like Kishkinda Kandam, and we all know what kind of film is that, how epic it is. So to see both of them together again in a thriller, you unknowingly kind of connected to that film, and in comparison this film is just pale. So I really wonder what was the idea behind casting them together again. Now the cast, everyone did well. I cannot say much because it will touch the spoilery part. Don't want to repeat the mistake I have done before. See, by the end there's actually a very good thriller hidden in this film, and I would not say the execution is bad. It's actually good. It could have been better, but I feel maybe a different treatment to the same story, a different angle could have exploded much better through one character who we focus and have an emotional connect with. But the style of this Malayalam series made it special. The 4.5 gang, check out my review here. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you next time.